Hello there, my name is Mark Barnabas, your data protection pal, and once again, welcome to an Eye on Privacy, where we share about data protection and cyber security tips. Today, I'm going to share about a company that was fined a whopping 2.5 million euros because they did not do something very right, or in fact, they did something really wrong. So this is a company that is well known to many of you who are in Europe. It is a huge supermarket chain called Mercadona. I wonder whether I got the pronunciation correct. If I got it wrong, please pardon me and teach me how to pronounce this properly. Anyway, Mercadona supermarket chain was fined a whopping 2.5 million euros for unlawful use of facial recognition. Now what has happened is that just like many offices and supermarket chains, they have security cameras going around. But what they have done differently was that they put a facial recognition in 48 of the stores to detect individuals who come by their store and had criminal records. And they said that it was to protect their employees, but it didn't go really well with the public, and where upon complaint, the regulators in Spain got very upset and issued them a huge fine. Now this is really something that we all should know and take note of, because in every country where there are data protection laws, every data we use must be used for a legitimate or reasonable purpose. Now this purpose seems kind of unreasonable in my opinion, because in a country like Europe where human rights reigns, this is like what? Not allowing you to go to a supermarket to buy stuff just because you've gone to jail. That's a bit unfair, isn't it? So really, I know you really got to think very carefully how we run around our business. So while I cannot disagree that protecting the staff is important, but messing around with human rights is definitely a no-no. Now in Singapore, there is a mall that called Funan Center that actually has facial recognition as well, and apparently this mall uses some form of AI and facial recognition to kind of track people walking around in the mall, and just in case the individual goes to a particular station to do some inquiry, the AI may even be able to analyze that, oh, this person has stood 5 minutes in front of a sports store and only 1 minute in front of a handbag store, and somehow the AI would process the data and deduce that this particular individual likes sports and recommends sports stores or products to this individual. That is a form of data processing. So depending on what part of the world you are at and what kind of laws your country has, you must be really careful with processing of data, because if you process data without consent of the individual in some countries, it is deemed as illegal. So you gotta be really careful if you process data. But in my country, in Singapore, it's kind of okay, right? So please remember, be very careful. You're going to process data, especially if you're in Europe. So my name is Mark Barnabas. I hope you learned something from it. And if you're going to learn more, feel free to connect with me. I've got a board game called Data Heist. We are going to be in Germany in 2022, and we hope the pandemic will end by then. So take care, be safe, and remember to connect with me on social media. And remember to like, share, and subscribe.